We are the live.
Hello, hello. Welcome
Hello,
to
hello.
Friendly Fire for the 10th of April on the old new time schedule.
Yeah. What is old is new again.
Where it was once Friday Night Shenanigans, it is now Friendly Fire.
Indeed, indeed. And we had a very busy time last Saturday. We did.
Yeah, we did. We got a lot done. We've
Yep.
got automated rotors and reinforced plates.
We just need to get it pumping out to somewhere, I think, pretty much.
So the objective for today was to get some of the
We literally,
new research is done, right?
well, we literally just unlocked coal power, I think. I think that's what the pod is returning from.
Right.
So I think today is all about the coal. And is that right?
So it is. Water extractor is here. Yep. And coal.
So I think what we're going to do is for the next one we're going to jump straight into basic steel production.
Do we
Because
have trucks?
we do not. Would you like trucks?
I would like trucks, yeah. I
Let's
think
get
for
trucks.
right now it would be the most efficient way to get the best coal in this area.
What? Why?
Because it is?
Um, I hang on a sec.
A
Let me
single
just.
truck oversupplied 32 coal power plants.
Can I just point out that there is normal coal like 200 meters from where we are.
Normal coal's not gonna do it.
Once we get a tier 2 miner on it, it'll be a good start.
It's not gonna be 32 coal power plants.
Alrighty, you. Alright. Well, we've got vehicular transport.
You are absolutely welcome to use these mines.
I absolutely will.
Okay.
Because I
But
don't
I'm
want to be
just saying, that rich
I don't
coal.
want to be in biofuel anymore. So I will go for the easiest option
Okay.
to get us off biofuel.
Hey, Shadow Hunter. Hello, Dark Preacher. Hello, Cleek.
So who's doing pipes? Where should we get the water from? There's water over by the waterfalls.
Yeah, we're real close to water. I don't think the extractors will fit in the river, but they certainly will fit in the lake.
Yeah, I also see a lot of trees over here. I wonder what these ones are like.
Hey, Meme Lord.
What's going on over here? More iron. Yeah, normal iron node. I thought we were near a quartz thing, but maybe not.
There is quartz quite nearby. It's if you follow the canyon wall on the desert side, north, like the direction that you're going, you'll find quartz once you hit the cliff face.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, and quartz would actually be a really good thing to start getting into.
Yeah, well, I'd really like to get the map because I've never actually gotten it before.
Oh, really?
No,
Or really?
I'm almost there on my playthrough, but I'm just getting started on the manufactory and that, so...
Hey, Ananian.
So, this is all new to me. Well, that's not quite correct, but...
Sort of.
Yeah, there are new things that I haven't touched. Where is... Oh, I'm further away from it than I thought. But not that far away from it. Let me see. But yeah, the water source I was checking out isn't going to be deep enough. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here together with one of those zoomy dudes.
By Zoomy Dude, you mean Charger?
No, it's a what do you call it? The guys who have the fireball sentry.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I called him a zoomy dude, because yeah, the charger would be a better candidate for that name. Alright, well that's going to be pretty easy.
Oh, yeah,
to
I've
get
definitely seen
quartz
Direwolf play.
once I get a Xeno Basher. Because I'm not taking on that dude with a zapper.
Alright, I have the stuff needed for a water extractor, so I'm going to find the best place for one that's close by. I know the lake's going to work, so I'm actually going to test some other areas first.
Alright. You do that. I'm going to run some coal over. Well, actually, no, I'm going to wait for where you find the best places to run the things. Might be easier to run the coal over to the water.
We definitely want like a setup for a small coal straight away as quickly as we can, but...
Yep. So, how are we doing for iron plates? Because... Where am I? I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah, not yet. No Mario Kart track yet. We kind of want Valen here for that one.
We're a parkour simulator again. So, I don't know about Mario Kart yet. Later for Mario Kart.
Okay, I found one over here. How do I describe here to you?
That's right. I'm looking at your stream, so I can actually see exactly where you are.
Okay, cool.
Because it's convenient to do that.
So I'm just going to plop that right there. And that'll feed, like, 2 power plants, right?
Yes. No. 8, I think.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm running... Oh, hang on. No, I'm running 8 coal per 3 extractors.
This can... Pipe's max is 200 meters cubed. Is that right?
Yeah. So three of them get you the 600. So you can fit 600 in a pipe.
Oh, you can...
no, hang on.
No, you can... the the water extractor can produce up to 600 meters cubed per minute, but it can't export that because the pipe's limit is 200, I thought.
That doesn't sound right to me.
Hang on.
Because there's no tier 2 pipes.
Not yet. But I imagine they're future-proofing.
Because I have managed to max out pipes.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Like I have been able to max out one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so 300.
300.
Wait, you're saying that the
water extractor can do 600.
Really?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Yeah, go look at it. I told you, they're future-proofing. They're probably going to have a tier 2 pipe eventually.
Oops, where did you stick it down? Was it over this
Oh,
way?
dude, awesome. I haven't really been into Magic in a long time, but I'm really happy for you.
Oh, hello, Slug.
Hey, Cryo, how you doing?
I will take you. Because overclocking is a thing.
That's what I'm saying, Nani, and you can't.
Well, that was exactly what I thought.
That's what I'm saying, though. You can't. They're future-proofing. See? Max flow rate, 600.
Interesting.
Not really protecting.
What is with the clocks? What?
The landscape.
The overclocking thing is coming up all weird for me.
Huh?
Like, it really, really is coming out weird. Like, the bar is on 0%, but it says the clock speed is 99.9%.
Huh.
Yeah, that must have been me. Okay, so when you set that to 100, what's the...
120 meters cubed per minute.
Yeah. So, 600... No, that just completely goes busted if I touch it. I'm not going to touch it.
Do you want me to put a thing in there?
No, but... So I'm guessing that... Well, even if you overclocked that with 3, that wouldn't give you 600.
It gives you more than the amount that it can extract, though.
So it does 120. So 200% is 240.
Yeah.
Plus another 50 would be a full 300. So I don't even know how the flow rate... What,
That's what I'm saying. They're future-proofing.
no, but my point is that, like, if you overclock one of these to 250%, it will fill one tube.
Yes, but you don't know that they're not going to change those numbers in the future.
Oh, of course. Of course.
That's what I'm saying by
Yeah.
future-proofing.
But basically, the max flow rate is just completely crap and ignore it.
Ignore it, yeah.
Hello, darling. Oh, thank you. I'm streaming at the moment. Okay, so that's a thing. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is so flat that we won't even need pumps to get it over.
I agree. In fact, if we just... Where are you going to put them? On the shore of the river?
I was thinking kind of... Can you see where I am at the moment?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking over this way because it's about halfway in between.
Yep.
So I will make a couple of miners.
I'm going to help flatten out this area. Oh,
Okay.
well, I don't have any biofuel on me. Hang on. Hey, Sans.
So I need...
Hey, Dax.
Oh, I have one miner.
Well, the good thing about making one of these Friday night streams is it's the first one in a very long time, since last year. So, welcome.
Nolly, what are you doing, darling? You're like showing off all your artwork to the world, are you? Alright. Okay. Come on, sweetheart.
I don't want to catch your attention.
I know you want to join in some way.
Like, I really want to join this stream. To see it definitely.
Do you mind? I'm building here. Ow! Stop that.
Who?
Oh, one of the...
An actual Zoomy?
No, he was
Is it a
fireball dude.
flamethrower?
Yeah, flamethrower dude.
Did you forget his name for a bit?
Yep.
Did I do a good job finding it? The right name for you?
Yeah.
And I'm your favorite and one and only daughter.
Come on, sweetie. Come on. Okay, crashing.
Oh, gate crashing.
Please don't gate crash. She was doing that to my workmates on a work call, just completely trying to take over the whole conversation.
Right. He wants to be a star.
She does. But, you know, terms and conditions and age
Apply,
restrictions and... At least she has
Parental
clothes on and stuff.
contracts and... But yes,
Well,
what was that?
Well, I mean, Twitch generally isn't great with kids at all.
No, I think it's in the terms that you can't, right? For
Yeah,
Twitch.
which is like absolutely fantastic when you're like trying to like play modern Minecraft and like you are legally not allowed to let your kids play,
Yeah.
and that's just wrong.
I think they're, it's blanket security, so they don't have to be nuanced about it. I get it, but
I do too, but there are some places that just do it so well.
yeah,
Sony is absolutely phenomenal with children.
how do they manage it?
So, like, I have tried out the parental controls on most of them, and like a lot of them are very much like, as the parent, do you agree to let your child do this? Which I like.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that particular approach. And when it comes to Sony, like they have like very very granular control over the amount of time that your child is allowed to have.
like even down to the minute.
It's down to like every 15 minutes, but the problem is that like with Switch, the least amount of time you can give is 15 minutes. You can't say your child can have no screen time unless I allow them to.
Right.
And then there's the fact that like if the well, actually no, even the Sony has the problem where if you're not online. But yeah, with the Switch, you can't just say, okay, give the kids 15 minutes. It's like, okay. Sorry, my brain has just gone completely blank.
You're quite alright.
I'm focused on trying to figure out.
Well, let me prompt your brain because I find that helpful. Is there any like open screen time programs that you would swear by? For like PC?
So the Microsoft ones are pretty good. Microsoft has gotten really good with their parental controls.
Right.
And as long as you let the kids, you force your kids to use their Edge browser rather than Chrome, then you have some degree of oversight into their browsing habits as well, which I think is really important. On the downside, you are forcing your poor kids to use Edge.
Yes,
So
I was gonna say.
So I'm really hoping that the Chromium Edge that they've brought out is going to be supporting their parental stuff soon, because then it will effectively be Chrome with parental controls. And that to me sounds like a golden match with what I want.
Right. Have you tried any Chrome extensions for screen time?
Well, it's more just the fact that the thing that my kids do more than web browsing is playing games. So
Right.
That's kind of the point of like they need to be able to control how much time they can spend on individual apps, but you don't want to boot your kid out by force closing a game because they get really mad if they are in the kind of game that doesn't save periodically.
Yeah.
Stuff for a coal generator or 10. Excuse me. All right, good. 100 rotors, 300 cables, and 200 reinforced iron plates. That would be an absolute pain in the butt if we hadn't already automated most of that.
Yeah.
Did we automate rotors?
We certainly did. We have 2 assemblers.
Unfortunately, we have nowhere near enough rotors for what I'm asking.
How many are you wanting to build?
I thought I'd just build 10.
Right.
Because then, like, they're there and ready, and we'll just use whatever we can, and if we want to move them later, then we don't need to, like, get the parts for it. Everything's just there.
Well, if it helps, I have 4 rotors on me.
I'm 40 short.
Oh, dear.
That's right, I'll just make as many as I can now and deal with the rest later.
I know that based on the biofuel we've got, 2 coal plants would replace the biofuel we're running on. So,
Okay.
go from there.
Oh, That'll be easy. Like, it looks to me like I've got enough for 6.
Oh, done.
So, as long
I'll
as I
start
can
leading
get
the pipe
cables.
over.
Did we have cable automated?
No, I think that was one of the things that I hadn't done.
No,
I'll handle that, but you'll have to make yourself some in the meantime.
I was going to say, like, I have to make a lot of cable, like 300, so...
Oh, okay.
Well, not quite 300, but...
We'll splice it off the wire line.
Yeah, well, I'll do that a bit later. First things first, I'm just going to make these things. Because it is very useful being able to actually kickstart the coal generators off of the biofuel stuff, so I want to make sure that we get everything up and running before then.
Place is very unstable.
Before the biofuel runs out.
Is he an alien?
Nope.
What's your chat up to? Hey, how you doing, Preach? Well, it's the right time of day to be like upside down streaming Satisfactory.
Yep. You know what, Atomic? I need to do a screen mode that people can use points on that turns the screen upside down.
That's a very easy shader to write.
I think I literally can just do that by rotating a display capture scene.
Yeah, there'll be some way to do it. I think it's pretty sad, actually, that my initial thoughts have just been shader.
Well,
What have I become?
shader man.
Shader man. Alright, which end do we want to do the... Probably better to do it at this end, because of how I've laid out the foundations, except... I've totally screwed up. Oh, really? Alright, you have to come out one more. No.
Oh god. That's not rotate. No, they don't seem to have a rotate filter.
That's why
If I go like this. Okay.
I've got to play around now, hang on.
Have you like frozen your oh, there we go. Whoa, hello. I just fell through the floor. What are
Wait, you
doing?
fell out of the world?
No, I was placing down foundations, but they weren't actually rendering into the world because of lag. So I thought I'd put it down, and I just hadn't.
Yeah, apparently I can't turn it upside down that way. Maybe it does have to be a shader. Huh?
Yeah. If that's what it takes. We can make it happen. We have the power.
We can make it better. It will be the $10 billion stream.
Ugh, you know, more concrete now. Actually, I really don't. But let's just get some.
You'll notice, Senor, with just setting up, I do actually have
Let's just get some
bad
coal
tracking.
over here. Oh no, really? I regret everything. Where? What? Oh,
Huh?
I was like, why didn't this line up? I have this habit of like trying to make sure that everything lines up,
Right.
and I do that by just extending foundations out forever until.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah. I saw that you were doing foundations all the way from the miner, and I was like, I know why he's doing that.
But then I missed, and the thing was on a weird angle, and it didn't line up, and I'm like, that shouldn't happen.
Not allowed.
I built these off the same grid. That's not a thing. All right. So did you end up passing halfway through this? Oh, just missed. Nice.
On a 30 belt, one constructor for cable is more than enough, right?
Yeah.
Because there's not enough wire per minute.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
The lag tonight is really brutal.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. 3, 4, 5. It's like 10 seconds to place that conveyor.
That's insane. I'm so sorry.
Oh, look, no, it's no guarantee that it's even you. I'm just run a speed test for a second and see what's going on there. So, coincidentally, Sanya, Rorax and I have both messed with VCR shaders.
Yep. It's kind of the aesthetic I'm going for the stream. When we get it there and I've got more stuff going on. Kind of want it to feel like almost somewhere between a Sega and a Mega Drive. Mega Drive, by the way, for Americans is a Genesis.
Okay. There's no reason anything should be laggy on my side.
Let me do the speed test.
I apologise to the stream.
My stream, though, is not showing any network stress.
Well, that's the thing that's really odd. Oh, hang on, is my network options set badly? No, my network quality is on ultra. Can you check your gameplay network quality?
Yeah, sure. Options? I'm just doing the speed test first, though.
Yeah, I've got 86 down, 32 up, and 8 milliseconds ping. So, like, that's...
Okay, well...
That's good for mine. And that's while the stream is going.
Yeah, while the stream is going, I've got 380 down.
You have a lovely internet connection.
And 440 up. So... It's not that, but yeah, so where did you say it was?
So, options, game... gameplay.
Medium.
Try setting that to ultra. I found it solves a lot of issues on LANs. So
now do a test. Yeah, I busted out the goodness for you guys. Okay?
Still going slow. Very odd. Yeah, alright. Oh well.
Could it be an epic thing?
Could be. Could be. Well, we'll see how this goes, though. Now, I've got to remember how I did this. I think, from memory, I did it with... I had stackable conveyor poles. Not in line with that. It was like in line with this, was it? No. It would have been here.
I'm actually trying to resist being neat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I want to get us to, like, the point of being able to build a beautiful mega base.
Yep.
And that's when I'll break out the, not OCD, the other one.
So I'm
OCPD?
So I'm not being too pedantic, but I am trying to be neat so that it.
Oh, I'm being neat when it comes to, like, constructors and stuff, but, like, if I'm trying to get limestone from A to B...
Just wreckage.
I'm fine with that. Are you fine with Dark Preacher?
Oh, absolutely, Preacher. Hang on.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. I just cannot wait until a stream deck is here. It's in the depot, but because of COVID, it's obviously like not a priority to deliver. Fair enough.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna log out and in again and see if that fixes the thing. Like, I'm fine with conveyor belts being laggy to place and that, like, I can live with that. But when I can't pull stuff out of inventories, that's just
Yeah, dude.
that's just not on.
Thank you so much, Preacher. Friendly Fire needs, like, to automate. I'll say that so you can hear it. We need, like, a multi-stream link automated thing for the Friendly Fire days.
Oh, that's a great idea. Actually having something that I can put in the Twitter.
If/when I make partner.
Oh,
If anyone knows, partner can do team. Can partners do team with non-partners?
Ooh. Ooh, what's going on here? The game is taking a long time to... And I'm dropping frames like anything. Maybe I'm CPU bound. Surely not.
Sanya makes a point. It says that I might need to restart for some settings, so should we...
Maybe. Just give me a sec, because I've just realized that, like, I do have my work VM using, like, 13 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
And the CPU usage is, like, way high, so that's probably what's...
Your names are both purple. Sorry, Dax. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Removing dad jokes. No! Don't do that!
13 gigs of dad jokes, though. Come on.
I'm glad they're cleaning the toilet, so that's good. Come on, computer. What's going on here?
I don't know that anyone needs 13 gigs of dad jokes, but then again, there was that one famous dude who said you won't need any more than 16 kilobytes of RAM.
The 16 or 640?
I think it was 640, actually.
But I do know that it wasn't Bill Gates, despite the fact that everybody attributes it to him.
Yeah, well, who is it? Anne-Marie Frank? French
With the,
lady? Eat the meat cake?
Yeah. But, wait, let the meat cake?
I do believe I said eat.
Oh, come on, computer. What's going on here? Wait, what? I can hear myself attacking, but I'm not even in the game.
Where even is your body?
It should be over by the Oh, hang on.
Oh yeah, you're still logged in.
Am I attacking?
I don't know. I'm trying to find you. But you're on my radar, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're attacking.
I've just got the loading screen up, so...
Yep, you're attacking. Occasionally, too. It's not like you're constantly attacking.
Can I move? No, I don't seem to be able to move. Oh well. Look, I'm going to bomb out and go back in again. That's being weird. And I don't like weird when I'm streaming. I just find this really odd because, like, generally speaking, like, I haven't had problems with Satisfactory in a very long time.
No. Last stream it was me. By the way, I haven't been watching the Slobs feed, guys. Has it been framey again this time?
So where's their home like exactly? Is that one of their machines?
Oh, that's
Well, I heard of spiders. What are they? Exactly.
so Zerg spires are for allowing Zerg air units. Okay.
I hope not, Mannion. Yeah, we do seem to be stuck at the loading screen, so yeah, maybe I might just give this thing a kick in the guts and see if it comes back. Playing elevated track 4.mp3. Fair enough.
Don't tell him.
I like how you say that, but I'm like looking at your stream.
No! I have
Fire
been
indeed.
discovered.
Buildings are slow.
Okay, this is not playing so good.
Oh, that is... Uh-huh.
Huh. That's a thing.
And now they've finished.
Oh.
Are you okay, game?
Maybe it's not just me?
Let me go see an AI for a second. They're usually the best telltales of bullshit. Well, you're certainly stuck in a rock, so...
Oh.
Not the best
And here we go.
test subject. Hey Arthon, how you doing?
Oh, hello, Othlon. We are having a time of it.
We're trying to work out some silliness right now.
Outgoing reliable buffer overflow. Well, I'm glad it was a reliable one.
So I'm so glad that Coffee Stain have the sense of humor that they do, because it reminds me of 90s Sid Meier.
Reticulating splines.
Exactly.
Wait, SimCity wasn't Sim, It was
Sorry, not.
the dude. It was the dude from Spore. Who I can't even remember his. Hawthorne. That is a very normal thing. That's not an issue. That is a very known. I'm very used to having bodies littered all over my world. I might have to ask if you might consider giving the your one a bit of a restart, Rorax.
Gladly.
Because I'm really having troubles getting into yours.
Seems to have gone that way ever since I changed the network type.
That's a good point. Maybe that was a mistake.
Have you been taking advantage of all the free games from Epic?
I have.
I have
Haven't
so
played many
many
of
that
them
are
all.
just sitting there, uninstalled. People swear by Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I'm just like, eh.
Phrasing? What? What did I miss? I said something stupid, did I?
Don't remember. Were you just copying me, Sanya, or are you, like, in agreement?
Oh, right. Unintentional.
Okay, restarted server up.
Right, joining. Let's see if we have a bit more success this time. Optimizing indoctrination.
I need to get
That sounds like
Okay.
that sounds like Satisfactory in a nutshell.
Oh hey, there's a button in print from sliding.
Hey, nice.
I want to build up the force.
Yep.
You could
Still-
call it a skid mark.
Yep. Don't tell Rorax.
I turned at the right time. I see you.
All right, so let's construct some conveyors and see if things.
Additional pylons?
Yes. We definitely need additional pylons. Okay. Oh, we don't have pipe
I'll do it.
conveyor poles.
No, not yet. We get them later, unfortunately.
That's right. You can still run pipes through them. That's much better.
I'm so glad we have conveyor poles now. We don't need to use entire storage crates as a ladder.
And,
Which I do gladly, by the way.
everyone is welcome to conveyor pole. Although they're kind of like the nerd pole of Satisfactory.
Oh, by far, yeah. You need to get up somewhere high? Conveyor pole, forever. So cheap and handy. Shorts are comfy and easy to wear.
Alright, then we need splitters. Look like a splitter. Wait, did I? Only conveyor poles straight, Steve. Holy moly.
Don't be hard on yourself, Steve.
Sealing off the Nautilus so we can't get him.
Still don't like how they won't line up junctions. Like, you don't get the green lines from junctions? Like junctions.
Yeah. Actually, you know what really irks me? Is that they've done this amazing thing here where I can, like, actually stick a splitter directly into the end of these, right?
Right.
So I can stick splitters here like this,
Yes.
but I can't
So that's
put
where you can't get
a
them.
conveyor line here because it's encroaching.
The gas is sacred.
Like, this would be so awesome if I could just do this.
Right. Yes. Yep.
But we
I
can't,
think
so
I-
therefore...
I think I hit that exact problem when I was doing my my big 32 plant.
Well,
So instead I'll just
it's
line
supposed
things
to
up as
bring them
closely as I
closer to
can.
big one.
Oops, I need one more, do I? Conveyor hole. Oops, one more.
Yeah, some people do.
Are you like trying to deliberately put it through me, or?
No, I fell off while placing it there.
Oh, Blade Runners make this so much nicer.
Yeah.
I haven't put one of these together since when I did this for myself, I didn't have Blade Runners, so I wasn't able to jump over the pipes. It was just a little bit frustrating. Oh hey,
Yeah,
did you know that miners require power?
I did. Were you under the impression that they could pull things from the earth on their own?
Look, I was hoping.
Probably.
Hey Scruffy, how you doing?
Go get coal.
My other bugbear with placement is you can't place conveyor poles after the fact. So if you do something like this big conveyor that you've got here, nice and straight, lining up
Yep.
a conveyor pole with the conveyor is almost impossible once you take away the foundations.
Yep. I just realised the miner's on an angle. Oh, whatever.
It's
Fix it
fine.
later.
It's fine. Tighten up the graphics on level 2.
That's it. Give us some sweet, sweet coal.
Except I do believe the water's unpowered. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing too. Have you got a way of getting power over there, or?
I do. There's already lots of lines over here, so...
Great. Okay. So I'm going to stick some walls over here if I have the stuff. Which, how do I not have enough iron?
How do I not have any cables?
Like, I'm just...
Oh, hey, Binary Square,
I'm
how
just
you
like-
doing? Thank you so much for
I
subscribing
managed to
3
have
months in a row.
Exactly the right amount of iron for what we just built, and I didn't realize that. Like, it wasn't until I wanted to do something after the fact that I'd run out of iron. I'm like, that never happens.
Yeah. Or you do what I do, and out of sheer, like, I don't know, obsessive need to clear out my inventory, I'll dump everything in a box and just forget that I need some of the components. Speaking of which, we got 130 stored cable, and I have 100 on me.
Power double-sided, So we're going to stick a double-sided one here. On me.
Did the power go out?
Nope.
Well, it's now got a water extractor hooked up to it, so it'll go out again, probably.
Oh, we can turn off some machines in order to get the power up and running.
Yeah.
Along with that.
This is where your switchboard would be handy.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking about that. But again, I'm saving that for V2.
I'll go clip the biofuel production line out.
I mean, we need that to still get the...
Oh, we've got plenty stored. The biofuel generators are fine. I just mean the production of biofuel.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
And we probably don't need the assemblers right this moment.
If I go like this... Just gonna go like that, and then we should have heaps of power.
Okay, cool.
This one manual chappy either. Gotcha. Game, please. Stop that. What?
Maybe I've not filled up the generators.
Oh, maybe. That'd be just our luck, just as we're
Yeah.
about to kick the thing off.
Oh yeah, they're out.
Oh, for crying out loud, like... We just needed another 2 minutes.
Alright, they're on. Call them supplemental.
Alright, excellent. So happy I can see this graph now.
Explode with new coal. They're not fired on just yet. Probably the extractor's still moving water.
Well, we haven't got enough in the pipes yet.
It's
Right,
for
that's...
See you, Sanya. Thank you so much for dropping
Okay,
by.
got a little bit of water coming in.
Relax, research, etc.
Oh, it just occurred to me that I actually hooked up 4.
It's
Yeah.
a resource used in the process.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how this
believe
goes.
that it's Vespine is primarily a fuel.
So now that I do the maths in my head, I think there's only actually enough for 3.
We can probably kill the one on the end if that's the case.
Yeah.
I've just disconnected
Well, I
its pipe.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it'd probably be fine because I think the first ones would take precedence anyway. I think it'd just be that 4th one that would just phase in and out on a regular basis.
Yeah, because it's like 3.2 or something, right? I remember it being an odd number.
I know that we're free.
What is...
So one of you needs
Never went free.
45 meters cubed a minute. And if that's producing 120,
That's like 135.
yeah.
No, wait. Oh, so that's only 2 of them.
What, 2 and a bit?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the 4th one remains disconnected. The 3rd one will be phasing occasionally, but that's fine.
More troops.
So could we actually fit another of those water extractors in that pool?
In the back, maybe? Maybe.
Do you see here? 58
I'll go get some rotors and then I'll let you know.
Oh, hello. Boom.
They're on?
Yeah, no, it just took ages for the water to get up that little S curve that you put in there, and then suddenly just woof.
Yes. Hydrostatic water pressure at work.
Okay.
Oh, it's not true physics though.
I'm actually a little peeved about it because I spent a long time trying to get water physics in Minecraft, in pipes. Although I also had steam in my pipes and condensed water, which
I mean, listen,
overcomplicated
that code is still useful.
Yeah.
It's it worked really well for what we had.
I still think it would be good to make a game out of that. I think Steam
Oh,
and Steel
totally.
as a concept would be an awesome, just standalone game.
Same.
And having played Vintage Story has made me realize how, and Factoria as well for that matter, is that like Minecraft mods can be great standalone games. So, okay, this is interesting.
Alright, a second one fits in this side of the lake. And can we get a third in the back? No. So 2 max over here.
Okay.
Should I plop this one down?
I think so, because, like, we can definitely make enough to make use of it. But, I mean, having said that, though, like, this thing is easily powering 3... Like, contrary to what we thought, it is easily managing to run 3 coal generators. So there's something I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he could be running 3 of them.
Maybe because of that S-curve, it's eating the water in the back first, like towards the water extractors.
I'm gonna hook up this 4th one, and I just want to see what it does.
Yeah, sure.
So
Like, if it's gonna fluctuate all over the place. Oh, there's no load on it.
Right. Right. It's 2.5 under load.
Yeah, Templar. Templar figured it out just as I did. Or maybe a second before.
Well, I didn't, so...
I'm managed a 5-hour Satisfactory stream off on. That is impressive.
That is impressive. This will be my longest work day in years. But it's not a 5-hour Satisfactory stream.
Yeah, I don't know, like, there's a part of me... I'm kind of thinking of streaming some Final Fantasy after this. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Well, I would be glad if you did, because I have no way that I'm going to be owning that game anytime soon. Mostly because of the console portion.
Well, I wouldn't mind starting it again, simply because when I streamed it yesterday, I was using a bum USB port, and my capture card was all glitchy.
Oh.
So, I would like to actually experience the game without the glitches. That would be fantastic. So, if Wifey thing wasn't too upset at the idea, I'm happy to do it.
And some of my troops.
If you end up streaming tomorrow, I'll watch that one too.
I would stream all day, every day if I could. All right,
Well, let me tell you about how this girl got into the business of streaming.
Yes, I was kidding. I would not do that to myself. I have seen enough streamers burn out to know how terrible that suggestion is even.
Well, that's one of the reasons, and actual, like, getting real here for a second. That's one of the reasons why I've set myself such a strict schedule. Because I'm like, listen, hour break in the middle of long day streaming, like, you gotta.
I am so proud of you for sort of having taken that stream schedule by the reins and just saying, this is my work week. Like, that is
Oh,
that
thank
is
you.
the sensible way to do it. Because, like, people, like, anybody that owns a company and has employees has to give them a break, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Alright, so
absolutely.
we have coal power. That is fantastic. What are we going to do with it? Let's
Yes.
cables,
Steel.
steel, and cables, and yes, we should make modular frames.
I agree. We should make modular frames. Yeah, that's a really good question, Dax. Do we know whether
There-
Final Fantasy VII is ever coming?
It has not been confirmed, but there is certainly enough evidence to suggest it is being very much considered.
Daddy, I love you.
I
love
People are just like, oh, hey, I'm never having kids. I'm just like, you are so missing out.
Yeah, free validation.
I know, right? Thank you, darling. That's beautiful.
Oh, you mean where conveyors join, Mr. Bread? Yeah, like here.
Okay, so there's an area.
It's alright
for it.
though, you
Now
don't
I just
really
need to make
notice
sure
it unless you're staring at it.
Two assemblers. Um. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't bring it to PC nowadays. I mean, with the original being a thing.
I thought
God,
FF7 was on Steam for a while now. I just thought it was a crap port.
Well, no. Well, actually, yes, but like I had the original FF7 port from when would it have been? Windows 98,
Ah,
I think, or it might have been Windows 2000. No, I think it was Windows 98 SE when the thing came out because I had a software Yamaha synthesizer that was just that synthesizer was like the best thing about Final Fantasy VII.
oh, that's awesome, Scruffy. See,
Isn't it, Scruffy?
this is a wholesome zone.
There are enough mods for the game to really, like, there's HD textures and all kinds of stuff going on.
Right.
So there are lots of things that you can do to improve.
I just know that the port scorecard, so to speak, from Sony has been quite poor. One of the big bugbears from people is Final Fantasy VI, to the point where I just don't want to touch it, even though I'd really like to replay Final Fantasy VI at some point.
Is that on Sony or is that on Square?
Square, you're right, brain. For some reason I was attributing them the same company.
Yeah, no, like, yeah. Oh, that's good to hear, Shadow. That's good to hear. I haven't played. I have the Steam port. I haven't played it for any length of time to really have a valid opinion on it.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. Like, I don't have a valid opinion either. I have seen some screenshots of Final Fantasy VI on the other hand, and I'm like, ooh.
Split. yes.
And I
that's
did
what-
briefly play the 6 on someone else's phone, and boy oh boy are the controls terrible.
Oops, that should be discounted.
60 of 100 rotors is taken care of.
Should have.
Nice. Merger. Actually, when do you get the big?
Yes.
When do you get the big double storage things?
This level. I know that to be true because I think you might get it with steel.
Basic steel production is foundry, steel ingot.
But like they use the phone version of 6 when porting to the PC version of 6, and it also inherits the same graphics, which they've done it like a really poor job of updating the graphics where it doesn't even match the style. Like you look at the characters and they don't even match the rest of everything around them.
Woof.
But they're HD!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I have to admit, like, I like 6 a lot, but it just doesn't have the, like, it just didn't mean as much to me as 7 did.
5 and 8 are more my jam, but 5 gets kind of relegated to the back burner a lot of the time in favour of 6. And 8 is a little bit the same way, because of 7.
I'm also one of those heathens that really enjoyed 9.
I never got to play 9.
Didn't you?
No.
I do. The Steam version is acceptable.
Alright, might do that then. I mean, I heard that I would really like the character Vivi.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Whoever told you that is probably spot on.
Great.
No, Vivi is actually a really well-designed character.
In regards to 8, Scruffy, I'm just a sap for romantic storylines. 7 was actually my first Final Fantasy.
I'm going to care about that one.
And then I went back to 3, Japanese 3, 5, and then 6.
Those.
I briefly touched 1 and 2 during emulator era of the early 2000s. And I didn't like them because they were just a bit too archaic. Right, that's one thing that I really love the idea of 9 that I've seen from like screenshots and what people have said of it is the whimsical like fantasy nature of it really draws me in.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't get to play it because I never got a PS2.
Oh, it was PS1, that one.
Was it?
Yep.
Maybe not in New Zealand, or I would have got it.
So to answer your question, Dax, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on a PS4 Pro. But I'm only playing it at 1080p because I don't have a 4K anything. Don't ask me why I have a PS4 Pro. In hindsight, it was a stupid idea.
Maybe you were planning on getting a 4K something?
No, I think I'm just an idiot when it comes to money, to be honest.
Is that the only thing PS4 Pro has going for it?
No. It's also I don't think you can use PSVR on a normal
Right.
but I have a HTC Vive, so I don't need them. I
Right.
don't need. Like, I have no legitimate reason for owning a Pro.
But it's pro to own a pro.
That's the really sad thing is that I bought the PS4 because my 3DS died.
Ah. That is actually tragic.
So I was just like, I could get I could get a 3DS, or I could get a. I forget how it was, but it was just this long chain of thought that just went straight from instead of spending $150 on a second-hand 3DS, just going. It was just such small increments between. What was it? A 3DS to a Switch to an Xbox to a PlayStation 4 to a PlayStation 4 Pro is like $30, $50 each time. And
Right.
Yeah. I still don't do that to yourself. Be sensible with your money, kids.
On the other hand, my 3DS, is well loved and still going very strong.
That's great.
And I've been very tempted to get Octopath Traveler to get me through lockdown.
Is that on 3DS?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It looks like a very interesting game.
And it's
Well,
the only place you can get second layer as well.
Oh.
Wait, no, second layer is on Steam. Never mind.
Oh, okay, so you can use a PSVR on a normal PlayStation. I'd say that's good to know, but the only reason why I would want to get a PSVR at this point is because I have people that I would want to introduce Beat Saber to, and I feel like a PS4 is a much more portable way of introducing them to VR. Just dragging my Vive around and having to take all my lighthouses off the walls and stuff is just not fun. I tried doing it for work one time and nothing went right.
I have a plan to stop me parkouring. I'm gonna go set up the miners on the courts. Right, so how's that? Is that a thing? We have power. Oh, Stephen, you idiot! I haven't got any iron rods for this. Don't think I have, Bread. That name doesn't
That's a thing.
ring a bell. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Darkest Dungeon with Mies. I don't imagine it's anywhere near as depressing.
Hang on a second.
Although it would be funny if it was.
Excuse me, game? What do you mean? You must snap to a foundation. This is a foundation.
It is literally a foundation.
How about now? Oh, now you're happy with it. Okay. I'll take it. Ah.
You know what really looks awesome? I saw Makod actually in the community Discord posted a video of Ring Fit Dark Souls, and I'm thinking that is my jam.
Pardon?
Yep.
Ring Fit?
A mod for Dark Souls that allows you to use the Ring Fit controller.
Like, I thought it was really great the guy who ran made a little haptic controller out of a tiny ass crowbar and then proceeded to play Half-Life with it. that was pretty amazing.
So in order to drink an Estus, you have to do a squat. and in order to move anywhere, you have to be running on the spot. And strong attack is pull outward strongly on the ring, and light attack is push inward on the ring. And I'm sure there's other controls involved, but that's what was in the GIF.
Okay. I'm surprised that works, but whatever.
And I did get to briefly, a friend brought over their Ring Fit, and I got to play the actual game that comes with it. It's actually quite fun. It's like an infinite runner, except with like Final Fantasy battles in between.
Really?
It's pretty neat. And you
So
do like
that's-
yoga poses and things to pull off your moves.
That thing is Switch native, isn't it?
Yes. They do not. They're infinite, Nanian.
So I was thinking about doing it because I really do feel like Nintendo did an amazing job with the Wii Fit, the balance board, and the. All of
Oh
that.
yeah, I love that
Our-
thing.
Our family got so much use out of that. Okay, so logistics splitter here. How you doing, darling?
I love you.
Hmm.
Who's that guy?
I mean, who's that guy? That's Rorax. That's not a guy.
Shall I explain with you?
Rorax is like the best gamer girl.
Yeah, you want to grow up to be like me?
Yeah. You should aspire to be like Rorax clone.
Clone? I don't know. But definitely aspire to be MLG.
I'm just doing that to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Did
Okay,
you need to
okay.
stay on there?
No,
So-
not good.
Mama, come on. Mama,
Oh no.
Mama, Mama.
What has
We're gonna
happened?
have to-
Mommy.
Oh,
Mommy,
if you could just see how
Mommy,
pitiful our iron rod production is.
Oh, good.
Just settle.
Like, on a belt that's supposed to take like 60 a minute,
So
it's
your
like
screens
one
are off, is that
every
the trouble?
1 every 3 sections of the belt.
Yeah.
Alright, Nolly, Nolly up.
Nolly.
That's enough, sweetheart.
That even came out of my nose.
Probably not really appropriate to be blowing raspberries on
Mom,
my
put
stream.
this on.
Alright, so what am I going to do about these?
Inappropriate but funny.
Alright, I know what we're going to do
No,
here.
not like that.
So,
No.
Ta-da!
right, okay.
Oh, and so what I was going to say, Nani, in response to
Another layer of-
what they do about the infinite ore is that everything just takes more and more and more production. So
How's that?
infinite isn't like infinite's balanced that way.
This is why I got the glass foundations.
Oh dear.
I'm a big fan
My
of glass
daddy
foundations.
started it.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Trying to put some. Mom, yeah.
Hmm?
Wait, can I show this?
The greatest guts.
Wait, take a
Maybe a whole lung full of guts.
By squeezing it really hard.
Sorry.
No harm, no foul. Yeah, probably. Try plug. No, actually, I won't plug it into my computer right now. But yeah, I mean, it's clearly
You
bent
need to wrap this
like
around
this, but
your
it'll probably still work.
I'm
I'm-
sorry about this.
Look, I'm not going to get hugely upset about it because I've got like other ones. Unfortunately, I have a history of getting pretty upset when things get broken in my house.
Yeah, yeah. Diamonds is a really good point, actually. There is pretty much infinite diamonds out there. But your
Alright, so
access
we
to them, on
need
the other hand...
all the iron rods. I have to admit, like, I'd always gotten this impression in my head that the big thing that I used in my factories was iron plates.
It is.
But
But we need to unlock the secondary recipes for it.
You also said that there'd be more screen time now.
well, I mean, like,
Yeah, but there was more screen time. I gave you an hour.
like we are doing fine for iron plate
Yes.
production,
Time for screen off.
and we've got like
No, drops.
No.
You won't get the
almost
screen
all of our
time.
machines
Take it
require.
down.
There's about 8 machines requiring.
It would
Iron
sit
rods.
better on the neck.
No!
No, they
Because
are.
we're making a 5-pointed star.
And can't it go around my neck and then make another point and then over to my hands?
No.
Ah,
That would be good.
What?
This is something that we did at school.
Yeah, but it keeps falling off my head.
Then why don't you just hold it?
oh, okay. You've decided I am actually still on the glass foundations. Let's do
Alright.
it.
What was the other? So are you exactly
Nope, the lag is back. That is unfortunate.
Oh, the lag's returned?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Yay!
Actually, is that actually?
Now it's your turn to do me.
Why
isn't it building? So
Because lag, buddy.
start with.
It'll build eventually, but I just have to work around it for now. As long as I build on top of what I've got already, it should be okay.
Start at the start.
No! Dang it.
Dang it, you.
Ooh! Quartz crystals.
Don't pull it out.
Nanian asks if it could be a background activity like an AV scan.
God dang it.
Probably. Well, I'm not going to say no, but
Hi.
I've never known Windows to cause performance issues with its AV scan. Oh. Last scan at 7:21 a.m. So it's not that. Excuse me.
Okay.
Can you please not?
Okay.
How's that?
Oh.
Happy Nolly?
My glass foundations didn't actually.
She's totally a star. Got her. She's a star.
You're not wrong, Scruffy.
We better get her. We better get
I've
her
always
into
just
the moon.
maintained that the way to solve that is to just throw more power at it.
That's why they call it a gaming computer. It's that you've thrown enough power at Windows that Windows is no longer a problem.
Taking it for myself.
Pretty much. It has nothing to do with the fact that I also do coding on my computer and I benefit from having lots of cores for compiling stuff.
I solved that with a second computer.
No.
Laughs in Ubuntu.
Mr. Mint,
No.
what would you like to read?
Nothing.
I'd like to
Speaking of
read-
which, since stopping YouTube, that second computer has now run its like course, and it just exists as a media PC now, which is like great, but I feel like I'm wasting it.
I don't even want to.
I was going to say, like, a lot of the streamers that I know use, like, guys, can you just, please? Everyone's picking up everything that's going on over here.
Okay. How much longer you got in your stream?
Hour and a half.
How do you know?
Although I'm having a lot of problems with just the stuff that I'm placing just isn't building.
Yeah.
You
I
need
want to try a
put
quit and
that
restart.
log back in.
Yeah,
Or quit and reload,
Just
sorry.
play through with it.
Maybe a bit.
Or just play through with it.
Or just kick your computer and hope that it works. Just like some old people.
What?
Just
Kick your computer.
That's what Colin said.
Please don't kick my computer.
And hope that it was someone.
I just want to get the kids some screen off time. It's very distracting for them. Just sort of wondering what to
Come
do.
on, guys. Go on. Colin.
Wow.
Come on. I'd like you to read for me.
This is one of the most bestest
I'm not
pictures you've ever
reading.
seen.
I'm not reading.
Colin.
Too bad. You are.
You want to do braiding?
I'm not gonna read.
Mom, do you want to learn how to draw like me?
Not right now.
Fatherly duties.
Yes, it totally is. So I don't seem to be able to build anything at the moment, which is... The game just keeps rejecting everything.
So if you quit and come back in and it's not doing its thing, I'll restart again.
Alright, can do. My kids have a habit of swinging their legs around, and as a result, often they like hit the reset button on my PC.
Oh,
So right in the middle of work is just really not a convenient.
I suppose they like sitting with Dad though.
Yeah, they do.
At least it's a cute reason to have the reset button kicked. If a little frustrating.
Okay, it's taking a fair bit of time to fix it. Tip number 13, your fun is wrong.
Oh. They're elite gamers then.
I feel attacked. At least I get to see all these messages that like I normally don't get to see.
You taking forever to get in the game though does definitely sound like what we were dealing with before.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm in the game again.
No, it just said you left.
Well, that's not nice. Wait, where the heck even am I? This isn't where I was.
Yeah, and you're not in the game. You're not on my radar.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Back to the main menu it is.
Hey now, Dark Preacher, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
I was gonna say too soon, Breach, too soon.
I mean, it's weird, and I will actually get into the conversation because it's a good conversation to have, I think.
Yeah.
Is that I think if you're making a mod for a game, you have kind of given up the right to say this is the way the game should be played, because you have inherently taken that autonomy from the original game by making a mod in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean, Minecraft's very philosophy of existing is there is no right way to play the game.
Right.
So like, you're kind of building on top of everybody else's expectations that they will be free to play it however they want.
But then on the other hand, I'm like, should it be a dev's emotional labor to provide every option to its players. You know, like, should that energy and time go into that?
Yeah, well, I mean, take for example, like, it doesn't matter what config options you've got, like, people are never happy with what you've got. So, for Weeding Gadget, for example, we had someone asking, can I specify my login, my chunk loading in minutes
Yeah.
instead of hours? And I'm like, I don't even want to figure out how to actually try and migrate from one to the other.
Or the other one that got me with that was, can you make a way to make Weeding Gadget infinite? Which defeats the point of Weeding Gadget, and you may as well use a different chunk loader.
Yeah, that was a thing. Oh, here we go. Outgoing reliable buffer overflow again. Okay. Yeah,
So
no,
I
no,
think there's areas where you can reasonably say to someone, I'm not going to do that because that's already available elsewhere. And I think
against barefoot intruders.
and I think the dev that we are walking around rather than speaking directly of, they have every right to say that you have the ability to make that mod of my mod, but I'm not going to do it for you. But then I also see that response as, in terms of a social contract that is Minecraft and its community, rude.
But yeah, no, it's unplayable the way it is right now, Rorax.
Okay, I'll restart. Maybe it's like a memory leak or something over time?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I've never really noticed it in local games myself, so...
Right, Preacher. I definitely use my Lego to create a trap against intruders.
Did you know, Preach, that I had an almost complete mod for Minecraft that would scatter tiny little Lego bricks in the world, and if you stepped on them, like, it forced your character to jump uncontrollably, and you would take constant damage for a while. They were called Oleg caltrops.
Oleg Caltrops. I like that. Sounds like some Swedish dude's invention.
Rotary Craft is still getting updates for 1.7.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Raker's a strange beast.
Dedication.
Raker's also updating the Chromatocraft as well, which they really, really like the concept of, but I haven't heard a lot of people play Chromatocraft.
That's running much better now. Mostly better.
I wouldn't go so far as douche, but I would say that's rude. Yeah.
There we go. Some weird stuff going on there. But. Do we have a color gun yet?
Yes, we do.
We should change the default color. Because that was a thing we were going to do.
It was the thing we were going to do.
I can't even... Oh, that's right. Black and gold. Black and gold.
Black and Decker.
That's the one. The conversation in your chat's very real at the moment, Rorax.
Lego and philosophical Minecraft config discussion.
Oh. I can't make the color gun yet.
Can't?
No. Wait a minute.
We must never have researched it.
No, we don't.
Do we
need a
have
bunch of-
basic modular frames in the spares chest? Probably. I'll finish off the vehicle. Yes, we do.
Well, I mean, like, we probably have the stuff for, like, it should be making modular frames. It's just going to be doing it at an absolutely abysmal rate.
There you go.
Milestone reached. Long-range
Nice.
transportation, as well as the construction of outposts.
So can I trust you to do the,
Color gun? Yeah.
Stations have built-in functionality
Oh, no,
to
the color gun
refuel and
I'll
restock
have in a
with
second.
parts.
I was going to say the coal trucks.
Oh, yes. And also I'm handling the map right now.
Nice.
Which I keep forgetting the resource requirements of.
Having said that, though, we're not going to be able to actually get the map until we have the manufacturer. There's something that, well, maybe.
No. Because you don't need the radar for it.
Oh, okay. Alright,
They've
color gun
changed how it works now.
researched.
The radar just reveals a large area on the map rather than being a requirement of seeing the map at all.
Oh, okay. So we've got the paint gun is being researched at the moment.
Nice. Keep forgetting what this takes. It's cables. I need cables.
Right, mid pole. There we go. Alright, we've done it. Alright, now I just need to thing. Oh, every time. How do I always get that wrong?
What'd you do?
I always put the merger like offset from where I want it to go.
Right. They can be tricksy.
Eventually I'll get it right. We're building constructors, aren't we? I want you to be ever so slightly...
That's Valen. The standing body is Valen.
Oh, and the cables.
Wherever you log out, you leave your character behind with their name not logged in.
I think the real tragedy of this game is the fact that you can't get a texture and draw on their faces.
Oh man, sleeping mustache prank. Draw a penis on their cheek.
Cable. So did you have enough stuff left over to actually make a truck?
Oh, I'm not doing the truck thing right this second. I'm doing the oscillators
Oh, gotcha.
for research purposes.
there's one bit of research that I just haven't been game to actually get in my world, which is the rifle, because
Oh,
like,
it's insane.
we try, because I know that my son will join my world and he will do it. And we've been trying to limit the amount of exposure he gets to like violence in video games, because he tends to act it out a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't.
But he's still into non-violent games like Minecraft and stuff, though, eh? Or is he more into what the kids are into, aka Fortnite?
No, he's not. Like, he gets really cross at us because we refuse to let him play Fortnite, because it's an M-rated game, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why a lot of his peers seem to be playing it.
Ah, it's just, it's the way it's always been with games, you know? I was allowed to play GTA at, like, age 13.
I was not allowed to play it. I got in a lot of trouble for playing Duke Nukem 3D. It wasn't until later that I found out that the friend's house, the friend whose house I was playing it at, his dad was a cop.
Right.
He didn't take very kindly to the whole,
No, I imagine not. What is this teaching my child?
But yeah, no, my son has the most inventive ways to kill villagers ever. Always coming up with new machines.
Mom, what does WHI spell?
Okie dokie. So now I need to find some way to get...
I mean, my personal opinion is that M-rated games won't hurt most kids. It's just that, you know, not all kids are the same, so... And then it's up to the parents.
Like, there are some games that I'm less fussy about. Like, I don't find Horizon Zero Dawn to be particularly offensive. I think as long as it's within certain...
Well, it's just so fantastical, right?
Yeah. Well, and the fact that, like, it's mostly, like, versus robots as opposed to humans, and that's not so that there isn't a human aspect, but I don't let him do those bits.
Yeah. I love that, Scruffy. Listen, I just really like rabbits, okay, Dad?
Don't get me wrong, Michael. Like, I also remember sneaking onto my dad's computer and playing Leisure Shoot Larry 1.
I am, you know, a perfect example of look at how I turned out. So...
Yeah, well, I'm the same. But I'm also acutely aware of, like, the first time I played, oops, okay, I'm gonna need some... Have I got reinforced plates?
Oh no, I was being sarcastic.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with how I turned out, but it's not my opinion that matters.
Aww. Okay, mapping is on its way.
Nice.
Right, trucks. And stuff.
I have almost a second layer of iron rod stored stuff. Almost. Might have if I actually told the constructors to actually make the iron rods. And gave them power. I've got to say, they're such nice machines, right? They don't have any power, and yet they still flash red to tell you they don't have power.
Oh, yeah.
Like, such well-behaved machines. I don't know where they get the power to flash that light, but we don't ask these questions.
Trying to think when the first time I actually played an M-rated game was. Must have been intermediate, so like 11 or 12. 12 probably. And I think that was probably like one of my dad's friends introducing my dad and me looking over the shoulder at him looking at Doom.
So not Wolfenstein?
No, because I think for my dad, our family got their first computer quite late.
So, how am I going to get...
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying, Dax, in a probably a more I don't know, a different way, different perspective, is that like it's up to the parents and how the parents view their child. The parents know their child best. If the parents are not you know, bad parents, and that they know what's best for their child. And what their child can and cannot handle. But I think, from what I've read anyway, and this is, you know, purely speculative because I'm not a scientist, but from what I've read of papers and stuff, because I got really interested in this stuff when the I think a lot of the American politics started centering around game violence, particularly around GTA and things like that, was that there is no consensus that there is violence in most kids. What they have found is some kids are more susceptible to it than others, but those kids have like underlying personality traits which encourage that in the first place.
Alright, so that should, in theory, have doubled our rod production. Not that it feels like it yet, but... Oops, there we go. Okay, so we are actually seeing lots more rods coming through. Alrighty, so we have, what, 50 modular frames now? So that's not a bad effort.
That's just why I like Minecraft and stuff, right? It's such a wholesome gaming experience for literally everyone.
Yep.
It's the Lego of digital gaming.
I'm always looking out for games that like I can share with my kids.
Have you seen some of the like recent collectathon stuff, like A Hat in Time, or
I haven't. Oh, there was something about A Hat in Time that made me worry that wifey thing might not.
I think I'm more thinking of the one with the bat and the lizard.
Oh, ukulele.
Yeah.
I have yeah, the kids have played that, but they find it to be a very difficult game.
Ah, okay.
It is a very cute game, though. Okey-dokey.
Whoa, steel production needs a lot of rotors. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, I've got all the oof. Maybe I need to overclock the. Oh yeah. That's what we were gonna do. We were gonna overclock the screws.
And that I totally agree with, Binary Split. I am so much more worried about the effect of loot boxes and stuff on people's minds, even adults.
Yeah, I've got everything locked down on the stuff so that my kids cannot spend on that stuff. Not for lack of asking, though.
They will. Oh, they will. Because I think I watched Jim Sterling, and I think Jim Sterling has a really good point around the whole, like, oh, it's only cosmetic thing, which is that we're social animals, right? So if we see our friend having cool costumes and stuff like that, we're gonna want to be part of the group.
Well, I mean, just look at the Mojang capes. Like, I feel sorry for Drokus having that unique cape that he's, like, always getting harassed for it.
Right.
Now, how many screws do you need? You need 100 per minute, and I'm feeding you 40. Except I bet now the bottleneck is going to be the number of iron rods that you get.
Oh no, we need 15 modular frames. Oh, you're done with that anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah. I think I've still got 2 on me.
I think something that was really cheeky about the whole in-game gambling thing was GTA Online introducing a literal digital casino to the game that you can spend real money on.
Oh, that's a record you found.
Yeah. I actually just came across one which had a bunch of modular frames in it.
Yeah. So yeah, you are not getting enough iron rods. Still.
Oh, but it's just a simulated casino. Yeah, but you can spend literal real money on it. And unlike actual gambling, there's no chance you can get that money back.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to admit, out of all of the games, I'm not surprised that GTA would have been the game to pioneer it.
Which is so hilarious because their slogan was how different they were to everyone else.
Yeah. In all the right ways.
Mm.
Alright, so while I'm waiting for wait, really? Are you producing more than 30? Oh. Oh.
Hey, Vorpal, how you doing?
Well then.
What's that?
Let's. Oh, I did the maths wrong on I was running all the stuff on Mark 1 conveyor belts, and I didn't realize it was bottlenecked all the way back at the smelters. So maybe now.
Lee Berger, research professor at the Evolutionary Studies Institute of the University of New York in South Carolina, heading up the project. Calling for Institute scientists around the globe.
Okay, so this is.
Do you know how to remove something off your to-do list?
If you go to a bench, like a crafting bench, you should be able to do it from there.
Okay.
There is a way to do it in your inventory, and I've only ever figured it out by accident. That's how I did it, is I just pressed Q, and then I added something in that thing, and now I've got the option to clear the list or take away bits.
Yeah, found it. Thank you.
Okay, so I could probably...
Oh, I love Satisfactory.
We've got enough iron coming in here that I can actually do a
Love,
third
love, love it.
layer for...
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, because there's enough stuff.
It's just, I love Factorio, but there's something about the 3D element of Satisfactory, and I suppose the idea that you don't have to worry about being attacked by spitters, although you can turn that off, that just makes me like Satisfactory more. Maybe it's like the brighter environment, I don't know.
Like, for me, it's a lot more light-hearted, which plays well to my sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't make a glass foundation because I do not have enough concrete.
Did you not know that glass was made from concrete?
I did not know that glass is made from concrete. Why is this a thing? Like, why don't you need quartz or something?
Friendly Fire had a time change digital misfit. It's specifically the time changes because me and, well, daylight saving. And it's changed for Valen, and it's changed finally for us, so it's now better for everyone's sleep schedule that it happens at night on a Friday. And then in 6 months, it's going to be back to daytime.
Yep.
It's actually why we ended up calling the show Friendly Fire, is because originally it was called Friday Night Shenanigans, and we quickly realized that wasn't going to stick when we had to move it to Saturday morning.
Yep. So I'm glad that we don't have to rebrand it.
Yeah.
Nerd poll indeed. Yeah, Satisfactory is coming to Steam soon. I thought it was meant to come out when Update 3 was out in Epic, but there must have been some sort of delay. Oh, they never promised it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like, they announced it at that time, but they never said that it was going to be happening at the same time.
Right, okay.
And a lot of the issue is that, like, they've only just started working on the Steam integration, like, as the exclusivity period has ended, as far as I can tell.
Right.
And they are facing some rather confronting questions around interoperability.
Oh, between Epic and Steam?
Yeah, for multiplayer. Because, of course, all the people that have been holding out on getting it because they don't want Epic still want to play with all their Steam friends. So...
Yeah, right.
two systems aren't really that compatible with each other. So they're probably going to have to roll their own something to make it work.
Yeah. Huh. Right.
Boom. Now we just need an input. So wall and power. Oops. The tractor is hilariously cute.
I love the box. It's so good.
I still like the little factory cart, the little go-kart.
If only it could haul things.
It can hold one stack.
Can it be? It can be automated, can't it?
It can be automated, but I have no idea if it will work with a truck station.
That would be perfect if it did.
That would be so good. Just to automate just some little dinky thing that you don't use that much, like quartz or caterium or something.
Hell yeah.
We're making more iron rods. All the iron rods.
Infinite iron rods. Oh man, I'm all the way out here and I didn't have enough plates for conveyors. What a fool.
I know. Rorax, why?
Why?
Huh. My conveyor actually reaches all the way over here. What? That's a bit surprising.
I think my Steam library is definitely more than half unplayed, but don't think it reaches 80%. I think I'm pretty good. One day on one of these streams, we'll go through my library and see how many actually have 0 hours played.
I don't think I have many games that have like 0 hours, but most of them are just like 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Most of them are just like Duke Nukem Classic or something where I'm just like, hey kids, check this out. This is what I used to play when I was a kid. Can I?
Can you?
We're about to find out. Too sharp of an attachment. I mean, I should probably fix that if I fix the height of this.
I think that's like early Humble Bundle for sure, is where a lot of that came from for me. All my GOG games stay on GOG, so I've never really got those hours into Steam.
Logistics merger. Can you go here now? No, you cannot. Okay. All right, we'll do it this way then if I can. Will you fit here? No, you will not.
Can we fit? No, we can't. Oh no, Scruffy, I feel that. Like, big time. Big time, my dude.
Come on, foundation. Foundation, please.
One or two at best. I'd say, like, kind of just before starting the whole stream gig we're doing now, it's been years of me building up to this point. I'm finally starting to accept the idea that I might be a mental health success story. So that's great.
The construction of castles is a tool with which to restore the authority of the King of France. Their construction accompanied the political and cultural evolution of the medieval period. Hundreds were built in Europe and up to the gates of the Middle East. But their shape, layout, and characteristics evolved considerably over time. There's innovation, but there's also competition to build the best, most perfect, most original, newest castle. From the first stone towers erected
Invalid shape.
You're in invalid shape.
That's what I was just thinking. Give me an invalid shape.
I'll invalid shape you in a second game. Mark my words.
There we go. Hack. Oops. That's a weird angle. Oh. That is a saturated belt, and that is a far less saturated belt. I think it's this one? No. No, it's this first one that's going to the rotors, so it's probably not a bad thing if that's...
You gradually see the meaning changing from the stronghold, which can be a very large.
Getting most of them, I think, maybe. Except that this really needs a tier 3 belt at this point. Saturated here. Oh well, in the time that it's taken to do that, there's a good chance that it probably made a whole bunch more rogues anyway. Deep Rock Galactic.
No, yeah. It's a good game. It's a great game, in fact.
I do enjoy. I haven't played it for a while.
Rock
They've
and
done
Stone.
a lot of updates to it.
Rock and Stone.
For Carl!
For Carl!
They then need to protect it. They create fortifications to be built in record time, around 3 months, not in baby castles, set on artificial land.
I've got to say though, like, I haven't actually played with trains, but if they are a simplification, to me, that's probably not a bad thing, simply because, like, it reduces the mental overhead required to manage a big factory, and I think when you get to a large enough size, that's not a bad thing.
I'm also not a train nerd like CPW. You know, I love the idea of being able to do like 4-way junctions and and loader stations and waiting areas and stuff like that, but I just wouldn't know how to logistic it without, I don't know, a crash course.
Yeah, Forgecraft sure has a few trainees. No wonder this is so bad. I probably shouldn't have split off from here. I suppose you're actually building up a backlog, are you? Oh yeah, you are. Okay. So eventually that is going to stop using so many...
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of it, I'm just not good enough to do that sort of thing, so if a game can give me trains without me having to, like,
Nice.
you know, actually go to university and learn to be a train engineer, great.
But I guess in the meantime, I guess I'll just manually make those rotors because that's going to take forever. And I really want steel production. Alright. So if I want to make 90 rotors...
You gonna handcraft them?
Yep.
I'm saluting you, you just can't see it.
I'm not patient enough to wait for the factory to catch up. Like, it's literally just screws at this point. So, no, there's no power loss over distance, and in fact, having the entire base on one power grid, there's no reason not to do that. Well, other than...
Mess.
yeah, as I said, there's benefits, I think, to having, like, a switchboard. But that's only based on other YouTube videos that I've seen, so... Hold down space, can't I? Who's the guy? Which guy? This guy? Atomic's just this guy, you know?
He's just a guy.
My name is Stephen. I'm a long-time friend of Rorax. Friend and supporter.
Yeah. Me and Atomic got acquainted through my call out for people to help with a mod which was in production called Steam and Steel, and from that point we just kind of started vibing and it was a good time, and we've been friends for years now.
Yeah, it really has been, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh, thanks, Misfit. Thank you. Sure.
Atomic is great people.
Per might.
Per might. Damn you, this has to be close.
I should set up some stream alerts. I just realised that, like, Othlon and Axiom followed me ages ago and I didn't even notice. I am bad streamer.
I have a little feed, thanks to Slobs. It tells me...
I have Twitch's dashboard up, which does have an activity feed, which is how I know that they followed. But it's kind of down out of my normal vision.
Right. You apparently have a cricket friend.
Do I?
Yeah, coming through in your microphone really quite beautifully.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like that right there is just my stream at the moment. Is just me handcrafting, talking to everybody, and crickets in the background.
Don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Yeah, so a normal Blom stream, 2 viewers. There's a tick. Box him in. So we can bounce on him.
I love the land whales. They're so cute. Hey, hey! Truck station up and running.
Nice. So are they good coal nodes or?
Oh, they're both rich.
Ooh.
2 rich coal nodes, so that will be 240 tier 2s. Yeah, 240.
And the yeah, nice. And the conveyors just look so pro. I dig it.
Well, it is a little off center, but you say that. Now what?
I've been really enjoying a YouTuber called Let's Game It Out. And if you haven't checked this guy out, you should absolutely. Like, his whole thing is just trying to break games. And yeah, his Satisfactory thing is just so hilarious to watch and painful at the same time. Don't watch if you don't like spaghetti, though. Because there is spaghetti.
Right. Is he the one that made himself famous off his terrible spaghetti?
Could be. Could be.
He like did a big video of like spaghetti going for miles, and he like intentionally switchbacked his conveyors and
Yeah. That's definitely a thing that he's done. At one point he sort of was grabbing coal or something and decided that he'd create like this massive over-under weave of conveyor belts. Like just in this field, and like his FPS just drops to like 2 a second.
I think that's the video I'm thinking of.
I just watch it and I just can't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. I wholeheartedly support anybody streaming Dax and Misfit.
I'm an idiot.
I think it's a great way to meet people. I think it's a great way to sort of get over fear of public speaking and that kind of thing.
Oh, totally.
I think it's just great for personal growth in general. I also really enjoy it for programming as well, because people help me find bugs in my code before it goes out to anyone. It's great. I've got a friend who literally just decided that he was going to start streaming, and
That's awesome,
that I
Breach.
have is that like I keep offering all these suggestions on how he can improve, and he keeps thinking that I'm shitting on his streams. I'm just trying to help him lift his game, but he keeps thinking that I'm being mean to him.
Oh,
That's right. I started throwing him YouTube links to tutorials instead, because I'm just like, here, this guy knows what he's talking about. Are we there yet, chat? Are we there yet?
that's what you did. I forgot this whole time you were handcrafting rotors.
I'm
You
not even
poor-
handcrafting rotors yet.
Oh no, you poor soul.
This whole time has just been screws. But we're almost there. wow.
inevitably leads to the construction of new classrooms. And as a result, the strong homes.
Yeah, it certainly is a lot more painful than it used to be to sort of do stuff by hand, which I get it. I'm playing the game wrong. I should have just. Oh, thanks, Misfit. Like I'm by no means like a poster child for streaming, but
Nah, that's me.
but I do enjoy it a lot. I don't know if I'll ever make it to affiliate or partner though, simply because at this point in time I can't really afford to be locked down to a single platform. I stream on Twitch for friends, but I stream on Mixer because of the lower latency, which is important when I'm streaming with my brother. So
How do you start recording in a vehicle?
C, I think. Oh, is it
Yeah, it's not.
V or F? It's the same way that you scan.
Yeah, V.
V for vegetable truck.
Vegetable truck. It does look kind of like one of those industrial movers at like a shopping center or something.
Well, I was more referring to it being like brain dead, but
Oh. I actually don't know why I was recording because I don't have the other truck station built yet.
yes, that's a thing. We're almost there. I'll stop being boring in a second. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm having a great time because I get to read your chat for a bit and engage with everyone.
No, I love the podcast part of streaming, you know? It's just being able to have a chat as well as play the game at the same time. It's good stuff.
Absolutely.
was built in the 1190s. And it's the ultimate task to introduce
I kind of select my games based on that, really. Some games I play to be immersed in the game for the stream. That would be like Doom Eternal. You're never going to get me to see what you're saying if I'm in the middle of a huge firefight. But then, on the other hand, if I'm playing like Grim Dawn or something, it's a perfect opportunity to chat.
Access to new simple steel
Yep.
parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress
When
to
you're
the
playing
next
Doom
phase
Eternal
is
is
now
like when I want to
possible.
help the most. I'm just like, right, flamethrower.
Yeah. Oh man. It's so many things to think about with Doom Eternal. It's crazy.
Okay, now let's check and see how many rotors I didn't have to make. There's 24 here, 23 here, so I could have saved myself 50.
Well, it's 50 that can go towards something else.
Exactly. I'm not even upset about that. Because we have steel.
Yay.
Although I have to
High
admit, I kinda
five.
feel- Hang on. No. Yeah, I pinged you by mistake. What's the ding?
T.
Oh, T.
Nice.
That clap is just so...
Iconic.
It really is. Like, every time I see it, it just reminds me of, like, the first trailer that they did where it was just so perfectly synchronized to the music.
Oh, I sometimes go back to that animation just to watch it. Whoever
Alright.
their, like, animator is over at Coffee Stain needs a raise. But they're probably being paid pretty well already.
I was going to say, I hope so, because I will be really sad if I find out that their animator is, like, paid like some... I was going to say intern, but it just occurred to me that interns don't get paid, do they?
Well, depends on the kind of intern. Paid internships do exist, though rare.
Yeah. I don't really want to start a conversation on interns. They really, like, my brother-in-law was in a situation where, like, I'm pretty sure he was being exploited in a way that wasn't legal.
Something get the guillotines.
Hmm.
That's
Anyway.
as far as that needs to go.
No, that wasn't a paid and exposure thing. That was basically in order to qualify for government benefits. They sort of like there are some organisations that you can effectively volunteer for in order to continue to receive your benefits or something to that effect. It's kind of like a work for the dole type scheme, I think.
Yeah, we have that here. They'll find you work, but in 2010, I want to say, they introduced a law that meant that they weren't obligated to have a permanent contract for the first 6 months. So they could just rotate out people who were on the benefit here in New Zealand if it was a high turnover job.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you have a nice thing going over there. I think. I need coal for steel.
I don't remember what the map key is, but we should have a map.
What was Z?
Z. But that is not
Z.
doing anything.
Pardon me. Do we need to build a thing first?
No, definitely not. But I will check the ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Ah, we had to accept it.
The map has been unlocked.
Yeah.
But there you go.
80, you bitch, keeping the map from me. This whole time. Could have had it, but you were just like, no, you haven't earned it yet.
Their map is very nice, actually, because you can, like, turn certain things on and off individually or as groups.
Wow, okay. Cool.
Like, in beacons, you can, like, change how far you can see things on a compass.
Yeah. That is very cool.
Can you see my beacons, by the way?
I can. I was just
Excellent.
thinking, I've been able to see your like crash site stuff for quite a while now, and I've just been like, I have no intention of dealing with those things.
Yeah, by the way, the thing after crash site tells you what you need to open it.
Makes sense, but it was kind of obvious.
Good. I'm glad it's obvious.
Yeah, cool. I can see you doing donuts on the map. There's like even a little player direction marker.
Oh, that's just my habit of constantly looking around.
Donuts in the sand go round and round. I'm pretty sure that's not how the song goes, but whatever. Alrighty, so you got a truck station over there, presumably getting coal and stuff. And I'm going to need to run some iron, I think. Dedicated iron line for steel.
The other nice...
Lots thereof.
I guess it's a nice thing, but then it's also something where it's like, come on guys, you should have allowed me to do that already, is I could now clean up my compass. So I've turned off the beacons for my compass and vehicles for my compass, and...
Yeah. Because, I mean, realistically speaking, I don't actually care about vehicles unless I am...
looking for your Explorer.
I also don't need my space elevator and my hub because they're practically on top of each other.
Oh, that's just a little cosmetic thing that I've done, Benjamin. Those are pillar middles. Is pillar base, pillar top, and pillar middle. These are just pillar middles. I've used to kind of
Right.
cosmetically lift them
Iron.
up
We need more iron.
in power pole. Oh, iron.
And isn't it ironic?
But it isn't iron pick. I seriously hate that achievement.
That, yes. That,
Not
That's
even
not-
trying.
no.
They could have just done oh the irony. But did they? No. They went oh the iron pick. Now granted, it could have been done by somebody who doesn't speak English as their native language because it is a Swedish company, but they could have had somebody that does look it over because they have people who speak English as their first language in the office. Royx rant.
But is it a rant if it's true?
Yeah. 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 Had to think about that one.
Let's say you remind me of Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love him. Michelangelo is a character you would say is a goodest boy.
He is. Although I never really got into the more recent movies.
Scruffy! Cancelled!
Banned.
I've told the stream that I need to have like some stream deck buttons that give me cancelled and banned cards. Kind of like a referee.
Red card. Red card, yellow card. Wait, that was Donnie? Really? Everything I knew was wrong. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again now.
Don't you need to make colour cartridges for the colour gun?
Yes, and but I don't know if you need it to actually customize the colors to start with. Well, I think you might be able to pick colors without actually having a cartridge in it.
Ah, yes. So where's the base colour one?
It should be the one in the top left.
Right. Black and gold time.
Yeah, nice. Sure, we scan for this one. I think a normal note is about all I'm going to be able to get right now, though. I should just bring it all over regardless, because even 3 impure nodes make a pure node. Alright. Equipment bench. We need a miner. I don't need 26 miners, that's a bit ridiculous.
Alright, take a look at the buildings.
Come on. Ooh. Oh, I don't mind that.
Black main, gold accent. It's like evil empire colours. That's true, Scruffy, you are. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Don't you worry.
No.
I mean, I do wish there was a little more accenting on them and it wasn't so, like,
Did you check to see what,
all-encompassingly black.
Did you check to see what Oops. Did you check to see what yellow with black looks like, or is that just really similar to?
Well, it's just very, very yellow.
Right. That's. Oh wow. It's like, I don't know, goth in the desert. Whoa! Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
my eyes!
Yeah.
They bleed.
Yeah. You did. You've caught roughly half an hour.
Did you catch more than 2 minutes? Yes. You caught about 24 minutes. Cuts. We go back to the goth look.
Yeah. Doing it now. I've gone for more of a gunmetal grey here, so
Yeah.
so it's not totally overwhelmingly black.
I like it. It looks like the there's like a black stain that you can get for stainless steel in that.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that kind of look.
It also reminds me of something that my dad used to do to his fence, which is he used to paint it with diesel oil. Because it would act as both a something to stop it from rotting, whatever you would call that, and a stain.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, the assemblers look great with that color scheme, actually.
Yeah, like I was looking at the
I guess preserving
like,
agent's pretty accurate.
The little three-story thing that should have more walls on it than it does. Now I just have to figure out how high do I have to make this. No, wait, hang on. Steel assembly doesn't need iron ingots, it needs ore to begin with until you get an alternate recipe.
Yeah, we should actually try tracking down some alternate recipes maybe next time. Because there are some ones that would really help us out at this stage.
Well, I mean, like, we have a lot of capacity right now for you to go and do that 70 megawatt one.
Yeah, I can rip down the bio fuel generators and take biofuel with me.
Yeah, or you could just run wires over.
Psh, it's too much work. Do it local.
Because then you don't have to run power out there again. Forward planning.
I mean, yeah, that's actually a good point. But I'm still not going to do it, as good a point as it is.
Wow, that's such a good idea, but no. I was going to say that sounds like reactions to like most of my mod ideas.
No, I don't have the effort to do that, but great idea.
Okay, how am I going to get coal over here? I need coal.
Gosh, that really sounds like something I would do if I had enough money to pay someone else to do it.
Like, I would love to get paid to do modding or something, but unfortunately my cost of living is high enough that it's just not a thing.
Yay! New Zealand and Australia.
I mean, it's mostly my own fault, actually, because of, I haven't refinanced my house, and so I have an insane mortgage. It is fixable.
Yeah.
Oh, I need another miner.
What was I going back for? More biofuel.
Oh my god, I make 4 portable miners now. Tell you what, the LODs, the level of detail transitions are like really obvious with the new color scheme though.
Yeah? I'll back away slowly and see what happens.
Especially a Mark 1 miner. I just saw it on your stream a second ago. Five. Conveyors ain't gonna do it. In the 13th century, large arched general wood bogs are common in the less vulnerable facades. Oh, how we doing? How we doing?
Oh, good lord.
You just saw it, huh? Boom.
Really just pops, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
I'm not upset about it. I was just a little surprised by it. To be fair, doing a LOD with like auto coloring textures must be a real pain in the butt.
Oh, I bet.
Is there any reason to not just automatically convert all of our slugs into overclocker things?
No. I think you're safe to do all that.
Oh, we don't have slug scanning. Okay. Okay, we do actually have a little bit of research to go on them.
Data on the hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe. Salvaging more hard drives will provide additional alternate recipes.
Yeah, I made her. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so then we need a yellow slug and a bunch of cable.
I have changed my hotbar. I've added my merger and splitter.
I thought you found a yellow slug somewhere.
It might still be on me? No. Yeah, I thought I did, but have you checked the bits chest that I have out the front?
I don't see it there, no.
I don't tend to change it on the fly though, Moshi. Things that I put on that bar tend to be there permanently.
Conveyor belts.
You can do it.
somewhere.
I believe in you, Blom. I have full faith in your ability to run conveyors.
As long as the stream doesn't go stupid again.
Dude, that would be bad timing.
Okay. Can I run the iron? I'm gonna do the steel production out this way just because.
Stupid brain. That's all I had to do. Can't chainsaw a rock, by the way. It's getting late.
Need to, like, get
30,
some legs later.
60, 90.
Chicken legs.
Chicken Max?
No, it's a thing from Invader Zim. I don't remember the exact context, but I just remember Ger going, "It's got chicken legs."
I remember bacon pancakes.
I
Is it
remember
bacon pancakes? Soap? Bacon soap, that's it.
Ger, why is there bacon in the soap? I made it myself. What are you doing?
Me? You asking what I was
Oh.
doing?
You're like pulling out the biomass burners, and it's
Yeah.
I'm just getting the pew power down noise constantly.
Really? That's weird. It's mostly weird because it wasn't doing that for me. I got confused. Bacon pancakes is from Adventure Time. We're making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. We're making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. It's Jake's song for making bacon pancakes.
My brother and I quote Zim to each other so often.
Zim's just classic for our age group.
It really is. Did you know that? Did you see the new Zim movie that they put on Netflix? It was really good.
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah. And he finally showed the tallest what for?
I just really want a Gazmat suit.
Yeah, that was awesome. I also like Fake Dad.
Oh no, I need cable. That's what I should have done.
Mom,
today.
what have
I
you
should have-
done? You've made it impossible to get up on the base on this side. Hang on.
I'm sorry.
Your foundation choice is too fat.
Like, to be fair, even if I had thinner foundations, you still wouldn't be able to make it. You'd just be able to see more underneath it.
Shush. It's logical and I don't accept it.
I blame the dunes. It's all the dunes' fault.
Junes. We got it. Oh my god. Atomic. June 2000. You could only build buildings on concrete. This game is the secret sequel to June 2000. I've cracked the code.
Mind blown. Don't give them ideas, Cuts.
Oh, there's 10 minutes left in the stream, and it's going to take 10 minutes to scan that hard drive. We're going to unlock a recipe by the end of the stream.
Nice. Anyway, so it's been lovely streaming for you guys.
Asshole. There's your sandworms. They've just, like, petrified.
Petrified.
This is June after all the spice has been harvested.
We're just going back for all the metal now.
Yeah, well, you'd be skinny too, Cuts, if all the spice was gone and you turned to rock? Gosh. Don't tell sandworms how to die.
Starvation does terrible things to everybody. Rip sandworms.
Rip sandworms. Rip God Emperor. Wait, is God Emperor the name of the giant king emperor sandworm that they tried to put the mind of the emperor into the sandworm?
I don't remember.
Or does he have some June tribal name? I can't. Man, it's been a long time.
Oops. Yet another conveyor belt on the slight angle. Oh, shh, don't tell Rorax.
How dare.
You mean, need concrete. Come on, stream. You never watched June? That was such a good movie.
It
And the
was.
book's just as good. I've got to dig out a comic for you, Rorax. It's from, like, absolute years ago,
Oh yeah?
called The Life of Riley. And they made some absolutely fantastic references to June in it.
That's cool. I do love the June setting as well. Just, it's a very... I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of... It's sci-fi with a little, like, inkling touch of fantasy element. But the fantasy element is integrated in such a way that it's more like SYFI. It's you can get really immersed in it because you can kind of see humanity being that way.
Rorax, why did I butcher the Foundation so badly?
Because we've kind of organically decided that this is just to make it work and then we're going to make it pretty later?
Yes, that's
Right.
exactly the thing.
Okay. I hope that justification makes your guilt disappear.
Okay, I can pull this off. This is possible. We will have steel shortly. I just need the things that we have already automated, which is fantastic.
I always loved House Ordos. House Ordos were weird and wonderful. And mind control gas and...
I just remember the whole Bene Gesserit thing just blew me away.
Ah, sorry, Benjamin. I'm so sorry. I know that maybe there's precedent for me to not say sorry because it's been there for a long, long time. However, you have clear interest in wanting to get into it, so I will cut the spoilers.
I read the books. There's only one June movie.
Scruffy. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can see why that would mess you up as a kid. Never really thought about it, but I was a bit older when I saw it, so... let's go.
Although,
like this, I guess.
learning who that character is later on just makes you kind of laugh at him, so... and kind of feel gross whenever he's on screen.
That was the good thing about the stuff falling off. I found 4 shiny ones.
Logistics.
Lord Harkonnen is such a gross, gross dude.
That one I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Some were used as quarries, feeding the 19th century fashion for the
I think that was on the Galar region.
But I think that's also kind of what was nice about June, is that Lord Harkonnen was a character, and he is gross, and that's okay. And by okay, I mean he's not okay. It's okay to like a series with a horribly gross character in it.
Yeah. Ugh. What's wrong with your shape?
Me?
No, not you. The splitter.
Oh.
Conveyor belt I tried attaching it to.
I was
Conveyor belt was just like bleh, all over the place.
Except I would not
Alright,
want
cool.
to kill it.
Well, at least it's not like Mountain Blade Bannerlord at the moment, where sometimes, because they've got some sort of bug to do with eyebrow models, characters can have infinite eyebrows. They just go off and like, you know, parallel to the character.
What even? I need a screenshot of this. Okay, you should have power, and we should just be waiting on materials now. So, in theory. So maybe that's a bit that I'm not going to get to this stream. Because I don't think we have fast enough belts to actually get iron over here in time.
Yeah, I feel that. We do have 2 minutes and 15 seconds, in fact. I'm counting based on the hard drive.
Oops. So where even is the iron ore? Oh, hello.
So, what is the Dresden Files for the uninitiated?
No one's telling you.
No, not yet. There might be much typing involved. Wizard Private Investigator in modern day. Huh.
That sounds kind of up my alley. I'm all for modern day.
Modern day. We should make that a national holiday. An international holiday, my bad. There was an old sci-fi series that should have got a second season in my opinion, but I don't think it really got the interest. And it was kind of before the idea of SCPs. It was called like The Room or something like that. And it was about this kind of like room that didn't fit correctly in space on like a quantum level. And somebody had died in that room, which caused everything to kind of, the room to take on this kind of supernatural identity. But everything in the room, from like the pen that was on the desk to a curtain, to stuff like that, had really bizarre properties. Like the pen could kill somebody by being clicked on them.
So we've got copper rotors,
Yeah.
fused wire, and solid steel ingot.
I've heard that copper rotor is good,
Okay.
but I've only heard it's good.
Well, I mean, it only requires half the number of screws. And we're not using... wait, rotors are the ones that are using the steel bars at the moment. So
Rods and screws, yeah.
So if we could swap that over to using copper, that would benefit us a lot.
Yeah, I agree. The other one is, what's the current steel recipe?
It is iron and coal. Like iron ore and coal, and I don't remember the ratios. Can I see it in the X?
X, yeah. X, yeah.
Parts. 3 iron ore, 3 coal gives 3 steel ingots at 45 per minute.
So double cooking gets you 1 less iron and 1 less coal. Nah, let's go for the rotors.
Yeah, but you do get 60 per minute, so...
What's the output of the original?
45.
Ah, that is a bit better, huh?
I still think we should do rotors, but if we do get that stored steel, I think that might not be a bad idea.
Well, this one's
Copper rotors it is.
so I guess Mega adds on an extra time.
And I can start the next scan for next stream.
Oh, you could be right, Benjamin. By the way, did you see what I put in front of you?
No. Hang on. Steel? Where's the foundry?
Sorry?
Where's the foundry?
Right where you can't jump to it.
How dare you?
Which is annoying the heck out of me, and we're going to fix it first thing next stream. I'm going to park myself right where I can't get up, just so that I remember that I need to do it. Or I could just, like, do it now, because, you know.
Oh, hello.
I mean, like, it's like this, and the cuts are supposed to be like this.
We're going to need a lot more foundries than that, but that's a great start.
But that's what I figured. Like, the big thing that I want is tier 3 logistics.
Yeah.
And, yes. Okay. There's a ramp to get up. No,
Don't you worry, tier 2 belts are on their way, my friend. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us for Friendly Fire of the 10th of April. The first time it's switched back over to a Friday night. It has been wonderful. You are all wonderful. Thank you, Atomic, for once again being a great co-host.
I've had a great time.
Yeah, we got more stuff to do with Satisfactory. We're really on a roll now.
So, I am going to take a break to get kids off to bed and all of that, and then, if Wifey thing lets me, I'm going to stream some Final Fantasy.
Right, and are you going to be doing that on Mixer or on Twitch?
No, we'll do it on Twitch.
Alright.
So I don't need immediate feedback on that, so we'll Twitch it.
If you leave your stream running, I'll raid you.
No worries. I actually don't know if that's a great idea, because I don't know how long it will take me to get the kids off to bed.
Okay, cool.
So, but keep your eye on Twitter or whatever, and if you want to join me in half an hour to an hour or so, unless Wifey thing tells me I'm not allowed to, then I will see you in a bit.
Alright. See you guys.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye.